Welcome home, racing fans. Well, we finally have something to talk about. Just got this classic in from Scalextric, so we're just going to dive in, take a closer look. So on the outside, Scalextric's done a pretty good job of capturing this car in 30-second scale. If you look at prototype photos, like I said, I think they've done a pretty good job. Nothing's ever perfect, especially with Scalextric these days. But, you know, no complaints so far. Markings seem pretty crisp and clean for what it is. Of course, it is a street car. If you're looking for a race car, well, you're just going to have to wait a little bit longer or get creative and make your own, right? But no, this is an important mold for the U.S., and I'm glad to see it. Even if it is a street car, Scalextric is not hiding it, to me at least, that they don't mind making collector cars, and or shelf queens for that, rather, just for the collection. And this could be it. Looking underneath, we see Sidewinder configuration. That should make some people happy. Of course, it can be digital, but there is one little thing. It's a small thing, but it bugs me. You'll notice right there, right here, that the chassis isn't fully seated when you compare to the other side. I had a pretty good idea what that might be, so we cracked it open, took a look. I'll show you that in a minute. And it's kind of a shame too, because there's not much you can do about it unless you get creative with some wiring. But on the outside, if you're a fan of the Camaro, this year Camaro, body style, everything, you should be happy about. The only thing stopping this car from really being that popular is the new price point that Scalextric has. Is just out of this world, really. It's just totally unnecessary. The MSRP that we have to deal with now, kind of way up there in slotted country, and it's just not. It doesn't warrant it. But that's just me. I had to have it anyway, so here it is. Didn't stop me, did it? But thank you, Slot Car Corner. Appreciate the fast service as usual. But anyway, it is lighted front and rear. We'll show you that in the video when it's running. But like I said, on the outside, they did pretty good. Nothing's perfect, but I'll give them a thumbs up on the appearance at least. All right, looking inside, we see the car is a Sidewinder, like we mentioned before, 11 to 36 gears, and the fitment here, we were talking about the body to chassis fitment there, that little gap, and the reason for that is RF wiring right here in the capacitor is rubbing right here on this rear half deck seat right here. And again, this full interior, it just isn't necessary, but there's no there's just no communication with any of the designers. Somebody feels that that's exactly what we have to have, and it isn't, and then it ends up interfering. It's not like Scalextric hasn't been making cars for quite a few years. Somebody somewhere, they know this is going to go on top of this motor. They need to properly measure and account for it, or change where this is going to be soldered, which is what I'm going to have to do. So to me, there's really no excuse other than, well, just laziness. And whoever, it isn't just the engineer or the designer, then the people above him, above her, whoever, sign off on it. Well, they're all guilty. Anyway, but, to me, that's just a very unnecessary thing that shouldn't be here. It could have been moved. So to me, it is a big deal, especially when you look at the price point of this car. Other than that, there's the light board here is attached to the rear. The light board for the front is glued, pressed into here at an angle. And it's a pretty tight fit, so I'm not going to try to remove it. So it's there. Bar magnet right here below the rear axle. Nothing, like I said, nothing groundbreaking here as far as the chassis goes. You certainly have plenty of room to do any modifications that you want. I doubt that I'll be doing anything. This car really doesn't have a racing running mate. It's going to be just a car to to cruise around with in street style, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly what we're going to do. So as far as tires go, if you want to change tires, I found that the Paul Gage 21 10.5 LMs fit the rear perfectly. Got a little flash molding on the inside, but that comes with the territory with these tires. And then for silicones, the SC09 is the number for Quick Slick Silicone, and they're the slip-on fit for that if you want to. But okay, we're going to button this thing up. We're just going to take a few laps. Like I said, it's a street machine. We're just going to go cruising. Well, there you have it. No surprises in performance. It runs out of the box. Nothing mind-blowing, but I didn't expect it. So I'll give it a thumbs up. It runs. I just think it could have been thought out a little bit more in the wiring department. Kind of disappointed with that. Not everybody knows how to solder or wants to, and that's why that's such a big deal. But anyway, I did find a running mate for it. We can just race it against the Firebird. So that's an excellent little street machine matchup right here. They're both very similar, and they had the same exact driver, just different shirt. That's it. So yeah, that's not a helmet. That's hair. Okay. So I could see this being a matchup, street machine wise. And with this car, the next one they have to do the blue trim. That's Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I mean, as much as Scalextric does all these ridiculous movie and TV show cars, it seems that's the only thing they want to do. They might as well do the blue version, and then we can have our Fast Times car. I'll keep mine running, before Spicoli got a hold of it, but we'll see if they change the driver and do all that too. So if you're really, really a Camaro fan, then it's going to be worth the price of admission, and you'll probably have a lot of fun with the car. If you're not, it's a pretty tall price to pay for something that you're really not that crazy about. So if you're a race fan, you want race cars, just pass on it and wait till some of the race-themed cars come out from Scalextric that they've already shown. But anyway, hope you guys got a little bit out of this review, and as always, look forward to hearing from you guys online.